So I wanted to share the Rotary vision with you all because I think this is a really important vision, and it certainly fits for the lives we're leading now. And it's really, I find it really meaningful that we really together are looking for a world where we all work together to create lasting change across the globe in our communities and in ourselves. And I know sometimes we all wish right now that things would just stop changing and being so complicated, but it's the nature that things do change, and we have the opportunity now for things to change for the better and to be part of that. So I'm excited about that vision for us. Our core values, I want to remind folks, I think we exemplify these values and we work the best we can to do this every day. The diversity value has always been a core value with Rotary, and I shouldn't say always, but it has been there. And I think we can be looking at ways this year to strengthen that value in our club as well. So I'm looking forward to what we can do. I thought it would be good starting the year out to introduce our board of directors and our committee chairs. And I'm going to start with the board. And so this is your board for the year. We have our AJ, our immediate past president. Bravo, AJ. Did a terrific job and getting us onto Zoom when we had to go here, and all the other great projects and fun that we've had this last year. I look forward to doing half as well as he did. Or actually, I'd like to do at least as well as he did, but if I did half as well, I'd be doing pretty well. And then Ian is coming in as our president-elect, and so he'll be able to clean up anything that I might have run astray. I have that great confidence there. Sophie is our treasurer. Howard is our secretary, and he's also the assistant governor. So he is the contact person, or one step away from our district governor, Doug Johnson, and Howard is assistant governor for the two Arcata clubs and also for the McKinleyville Club, Mad River. So thank you, Howard, for all that, all you do for the club. Claire is the chair of the club service avenue in our club, which is everything that we do to support members and club activities. So there's quite a few things: membership, mentorship, fellowship, program, a lot of different subcommittees under that. Brett is our community service director for services that fall under community service. And Tom is our international service director. Vanessa, vocational, and Kay means transitional age youth. And Steve McCaney is the director for New Generations, which is all of our youth programs, Interact, Rotaract, Youth Exchange, youth services, scholarships, all those fall under there. And Nick is our sergeant at arms. He's the one that keeps us in line. And I know how much harder it has become now that we're all separately at home, but he keeps track of who attends meetings, and he keeps track of the raffle, and he keeps track of badges. He keeps track of a lot of things behind the scenes that you may not think about, but when they aren't there, you would notice. So thank you for that, Nick. And thank you to the board. These are the club side committee chairs, membership, Tomas and Ray. Although I want to say that we're all membership committee members, we are all looking out for members, for people who exemplify our vision and our mission, and we'd like to have them join us in our work. And Brandy is mentorship. I put / engagement because what that committee does is once we have new members, they help them understand the club and their role and learn where they can engage and fit into the club activities. Jessica is the chair of fellowship, and This is a great committee, and I think we're challenged this year. They put on a great debunking fellowship event, and I think we're looking for other opportunities that we can do things safely. So thank you, Jessica. Joyce is our recognitions and connections. Recognitions, I added connections because at this time, I think we're recognizing members for what you do out in the community, either with Rotary or just in your own lives. But I think it's also important that we make sure we stay connected to our members in different ways now that we're not meeting in person. So, so making sure that we stay in touch with folks we're not seeing on Zoom. There are some people that, for one reason or another, they can't or won't or aren't able to do this, and then so we don't see them. And so keeping track of those folks and checking in on with them is really important. Program is Greg and Howard. They're the ones that help figure out, they and their committee help figure out who's going to come and talk to us and share what they're doing in our community. I poked PR in there temporarily because we don't have a PR chair, and PR is letting the community know about the great things we're doing. One thing that PR can certainly do is let people know about our upcoming programs, but it's also letting them know about our service projects. And then Sergeant of Arms Committee, Nick chairs that. And I'd like us to look at having a diversity committee on this side, and it's a new effort. So if there are people who are interested in being involved in that and on joining that effort and talking about what we can do in that, please let me know, because I think it would be a good committee to have. And so those are the club side committees and your chairs. And that's the wrong way, folks. Okay. So again, I'd like us to focus on supporting our current members, focusing on leadership development, looking at supporting Rotaract members, and also some of our newer or younger Rotarians in taking on leadership positions within our club. And you know, leadership doesn't have to be a full-time job. You can lead a project. You can lead. You can lead one thing. And we really welcome everybody to step forward when they see something that interests them. And then again, as I said, diversity, partnering with like-minded organizations and individuals to broaden our worldview and improve what we do. I wanted to just mention on the club side that you all got your dues notices, and the meeting fees that are listed there, they help us with more than just the meetings. There are other costs associated with the club. However, some of those costs may not be spent, such as in travel or and meals and revenues, expenses, because it's discretionary. So we might be able to afford to give some of that money back. But right now, that's the way the board decided. We decided to do it. So so we'll keep you posted. And could I ask somebody who's looking at the chats, Amanda, I see your name there. Could you take the list down for the people who signed up for diversity committee, please, so that because I'm not going to be able to really look at that chat.
Yep, I'm on it.
Thank you. So that brings me to this, just to talk about dues are due when due. So that's now. We do have it set up that if you need to pay half now and half in December, you're welcome to do that, but we want you to let us know that that's what you're doing. And also the dues are due. Otherwise, the dues are due when they're due, which is now. People may not know, but we pay dues in July. So we pay dues to international and district. We pay it before we receive them from you. So it's really important that, and people don't always understand that we pay those in advance. So you know that. Funny, my screen only wants to move every once in a while. I don't know where it wants to go. Oh, look, there it is. So these are your foundation committee chairs. Our community service committee, we need a couple co-chairs there. If anybody would like to help in that area, we need a couple co-chairs. Please let me know, or if you're interested in that, that'd be great. Terry is the chair of the Rotary Foundation, and Charlie and Tom are chairs of the World Community Services, and I tucked polio in there because there is a polio, we have a End Polio Now event or day in October that we like to do something with, and we'll have to see if we're able to do something creative there. Transitional age youth and vocational are teaming, are kind of moving together this year, and it's Ed, Linda, and that's Charlie without an E, I apologize. That's not Charlie Jordan, Charlie Murphy. And youth activities, Rebecca and Brian. And Interact and Rotaract is Nick. Competitions and scholarships is Brian and Jennifer. And youth exchange is Ian. Right now they're on hiatus a little bit. We're not going to have an exchange this year, but he's going to keep his eye on that and bring that committee back and active when it needs to be. And finance is Randy, and it's also on hiatus this year, pending actually because our budget is, our fundraising efforts are going to not be as high as they have been in the past. So we put that on hiatus right now. So board meetings, I wanted you all to know when the board meetings are. It's the third Tuesday of the month at 7, and the next one's the 21st. The beauty of this now is the location of these meetings is wherever you happen to wake up. If you have your device with you. And I'll get the Zoom invite sent out to all of you so you have that and you can join. Oops, we're gonna stop there. So I wanted to check and see at this point if anybody had any questions about any of that information or anything they wanted to add. We will have committees do presentations over the meetings, so you'll be able to hear more from different committees. So as Rachel says, is there anything that I said that was not factually accurate, or I'm talking about Rachel Maddow now, but is there anything that I said that was not factually accurate or did not explain in a way that makes sense? You know, one thing when I share screen, I don't get to see your faces, and that's a bummer. So now I get to see you now. So I'm taking a break and looking at everyone that I can see there. Anyway, so no questions about any of that. Then we'll go back to some other stuff. Oh, I see. Wait a second. All right. So I don't know why I could do that. There we go. So Karen always gives the president a bouquet, and so this is her bouquet to me, virtual bouquet, and Karen put this slide together. And so thank you, Karen. Anything you want to say about this? It's kind of, I appreciate it. It's very sweet.
Just wanted, can you hear me? I just want to say that I wish I could give you those flowers in person. They're sitting on my little table, but they really were meant for you.
Well, and the irony of that is I actually stopped by your house yesterday, and at the one time you weren't home.
I know. I was so disappointed because I had been working in the garden and I had to run to the pharmacy, and I thought, if I don't go now, I'm not going to get there. So I had to quit and run over there.
Yeah. So yeah, I did make a secret stop at your house. You weren't there, and so I get they're virtually, they're beautiful. So thank you.